Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's good to be here with you today. I'm Jenna, the founder of Star Family Wisdom, and we're doing a series of spiritual practice videos where we're spending some time together in sacred space where we can be held by the divine, where we can work with the divine intelligence of this universe to shift energy, to align with ideas that might be more beautiful, more in alignment for us going forward. And today we're going to focus on some affirmations that are about the divine design, the divine plan of your life, and aligning with perfect ideas, with ideas that have not gotten distorted, ideas that allow the intelligence of the universe to support us in beautiful ways. So in the last couple of videos, we've done some meditation work. So go check those out. If you haven't checked those out, we did a great pyramid meditation. This is a Nile River journey where you're going up through the temples on the Nile River, aligning with the ley line that runs through ancient Egypt or current day Egypt, and working with these particular energy points to activate energy in your field, to activate intelligence that is ready to come online within you. And in that meditation, you end at the Great Pyramid, and I guide you through a really cool process to enter the King's Chamber and go on a little journey to a different solar system, because the King's Chamber is a stargate. So go check that out if you haven't checked it out. And then we also did a meditation that is a Sword of Light meditation that's working with Archangel Michael and Samael as the left and right hand of God, these two consciousness is these archangel archetypes that guide us on our journey, that guide us to the light or guide us out of the light and into the shadows. And so we're working with those two archangels in that meditation to conquer the darkness and to find our way through the darkness and to claim our sword of light. So go check those out. And so today we'll be doing some work around clearing any distortion, clearing any ideas that aren't true for us. And we'll start by opening sacred space, and then I'll talk a little bit about the divine plan, the divine design, how to think about that before we get into using these affirmations. So maybe just taking a moment to connect with your breath, coming into this space now. And using your breath, lengthening your inhale and lengthening your exhale. Using that breath to move energy through your body, through your system. Using your breath to help dissolve any tension that may be present in your body. And just staying in this space while I chant opening mantras, bringing us into sacred space together. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Deva Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Parabrahman Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah. Om Suklam Paradadam Vishnum Sachivanam Chaturбhajam Pasanavaram Dhyaye Sarvavighnopashantaye. Om Bhurбhuvasuvaha Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yonaha Prachodayat. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. I have a cat that just walked in. Okay, so just taking a moment to just feel that shift in energy, noticing the quality of your breath now, noticing how your body feels. And if there's any tension present, not judging it, just noticing it, maybe loving it, finding that place of love for all things, thinking about something you can love and then sending love to that place within you. And just remembering that love is the most powerful force in this universe. And that no amount of distortion or darkness can stand for very long in the face of love. So we'll now start discussing the divine design, divine plan, and kind of what that means as we go into these affirmations. So I like to think of the idea that there is a harmony that is inherent in this universe. We see it in sacred geometry. We've talked about that in some past videos. This beautiful geometrical blueprint, this beautiful balancing that occurs in our universe, this beautiful design that is present. And one of the things I like to do sometimes when I want to just remind myself of this design is I go Google the Venus Earth rotation around the sun and look at the video of the design that makes. It is gorgeous. It is a gorgeous, I think, 5-pointed flower that gets formed as Earth and Venus do their dance around the sun, I think over the course of 8 years. A perfect example of the beauty that is inherent in the universe, that this universe is designed for beauty. This universe is designed for the highest level of divine order that could be present. And we're all just operating on a spectrum at any given point, right? We're operating on a spectrum individually, collectively as a human species, collectively as a planetary unit of consciousness. All of us are operating on a spectrum of chaos and distortion and disorder, which ultimately leads to destruction, or divine order. And so there's a spectrum of divine plans that we can align with, and there's a spectrum of timelines that we can align with. So you may have heard of quantum timeline jumping or quantum timeline theory. The idea is that within that spectrum of chaos and disorder to the highest level of divine order that's present, there's all these probabilities for how life is going to play out. And depending on how we're operating, depending on how we are using our mind and our thoughts and directing the energy of the universe, getting ourselves entrained with that harmony that is present, depending on how we are operating, we're going to experience a probability that is closer to the distortion and disorderly side of reality, or we're going to experience probabilities that are of a higher order. So you can also think about this in terms of octaves, right? And like a musical scale, and how we are always on this journey of working our way up the scale, ideally. And at the highest level of that scale, there is the highest level of divine order, beauty, harmony that is present. And so if we haven't been experiencing that, we might just be a little lower on the scale in our experience of disorder and lack of harmony. And there's all sorts of ways that our mind and the ways we've been taught in this civilization have contributed to that state of disorder and to have contributed to us experiencing a lower probability. So we want to be working ourselves towards higher probabilities, towards higher, more beautiful timelines, towards a state of divine order and the highest level of harmony that's possible for our lives. So I like to think of the idea of, when we're planning our lives as souls in the realm of spirit, we're planning when we come in and what we're going to do and what the plan is. There is a divine plan for our lives. And again, there's a spectrum for how that plan can play out. We can get a little off track and we can experience a more disorderly, less beautiful version of that plan, or we can really align with the highest version of that plan and let it come to pass. Now we have to be aligning with spiritual law and living that, and we have to be using our mind in beautiful, positive ways. We need to start to understand the ways in which we've been programmed that prevent us from reaching that highest divine plan, right? Because the situation on earth has resulted in an energetic matrix, an energetic field, and certain states of consciousness that sometimes make it difficult to reach the highest divine plan that's possible for our lives. So it's my belief and understanding that many of us are here at this time for the purpose of clearing a lot of the distortion, clearing a lot of the old paradigm programming, clearing beliefs that really just lead to distortion and chaos, clearing beliefs that really are not ours to begin with, and aligning ourselves with a more divine, orderly, beautiful way of operating. You can also think about this in terms of your body. Your body has a divine design. As I've started using affirmations about my body and its manifestation of the divine design for it, when I've started to talk to my body over the last few years about maintaining its perfect divine blueprint, I've seen really incredible changes in my body. We need to be using our mind to instruct the universe, to instruct the energetic matrices that give rise to physical reality. We need to instruct those energies, that intelligence, that information, to align with the divine design, to align with the divine blueprint, to align with the highest divine blueprint. Another thing I like to use in my life, and we'll get into the affirmations in just a second, but I also like to talk about aligning with my highest cosmic destiny, right? I don't want just any old destiny. I want the highest cosmic destiny for myself, for this world. And so I use that a lot as I'm, using these sorts of affirmations around aligning with the divine design, bringing the divine plan to pass. I'm also actively instructing the universe, declaring, decreeing, allowing my highest cosmic destiny to unfold. So there's a lot more affirmations that support what we're talking about here that you can access below. Check out the link in the show notes. But again, today we'll focus on the divine design, the divine plan for your life, and aligning with ideas that are more in alignment with the way the universe wants to bless us and work with us and support us. Okay. So all that being said, let's start using these affirmations. And I should also say that some of these are inspired by Florence Scovel Shinn. She's my girl. I love Florence Scovel Shinn. We're like this now. I've been working with her affirmations for years now, and many of the affirmations that you find on the Star Family Wisdom site are inspired by her work and inspired by this idea of using command and declare and decree and stating, powerfully, confidently, that we want the divine plan to come to pass, and using certain words and phrases to neutralize negativity and to neutralize distortion and to let it dissipate and dissolve. And as we journey forward on our path as spiritual initiates, if you go further and further and further in your work of reclaiming your soul's power, reclaiming the level of co-creative ability that's possible in this universe, your words will come to pass faster. So you also want to always be so mindful of how you're using words and how you're using your mind. And as we go further and further on this path, as we become more and more sensitive, and as our energetic power grows, our words really do hold power. So I've loved reflecting on her work and using it to inspire my own work, to help myself come back to a place of holding divine ideas in my mind, so that as I'm thinking and just, the normal kind of mental chatter occurs from time to time, it is more in alignment with positive divine thoughts than anything distorted. So that's our goal. And so we'll just take another moment together to connect with our breath. And you might lay down to be comfortable, or you might do some tapping on your energy centers, maybe at your heart chakra and your third eye, maybe at your crown, working with the meridian system as you listen. You might say these out loud after I say them. Again, practicing and reinforcing that this is a truth that is now yours. These are ideas, statements, phrases that are now yours. I am a perfect idea in the divine mind. I am a perfect idea, a perfect substance expressing perfection. I am fulfilling the divine design of my life. The divine design of my life now comes to pass under grace. I give thanks for the perfect ideas of God that form in my life. The perfect divine design of my life is now established. Thank you for the perfect divine order that is now present in my mind, my heart, my body, and all of my affairs. I desire only what is in alignment with my perfect divine plan. I have fearless faith in the perfect divine design of my life. I am perfectly non-resistant and willing to be led. I love the inherent order and harmony of the universe that is my truth. I cast all burdens on the divine within and I go free. Thank you for the divine intelligence that illuminates my path forward. Thank you for the definite leads that show me how to take action. I am divinely sensitive to my intuition and I follow divine leads under grace. I see clearly the open way and the divine plan. Thank you for the divine ideas that come to pass. Any plan that is in motion that is out of alignment with the divine plan is now dissipated and dissolved under grace. Divine love dissolves every wrong condition in my mind and body. My mind is the divine mind. My intelligence is divine intelligence. My heaven is now upon the earth. My unending supply of blessings is now made manifest. The perfect idea of abundance is now a perfect idea in my mind. I deny what is unreal and demand the perfect plan to be made manifest. I deny unreal ideas of lack and loss, and I align with the perfect ideas of infinite abundance and divine order. My ideas now come to pass effortlessly and easily. I trust in the genius methods of God. I trust in the perfect plan for my life unfolding under grace and in perfect ways. I see clearly and act clearly. I see clearly and act quickly. The genius within me is now released. I have magical work in a magical way and give magical service for magical pay. I become friends with any hindrance and every obstacle becomes a stepping stone. Endless good now comes to me in easy ways. I am awake to the divine design of my life. I work with spirit and follow the divine design of my life. Infinite Spirit, reveal the way to my perfect manifestation of my good. The four winds of success now manifest the perfect divine plan. From the south, west, north, and east, I receive my good. In the south, west, north, and east, divine order is now established. I now let go of worn out ways of being, and divine order is established. I am poised, harmonious, and magnetic for the perfect ideas of God. The ground I am on is holy ground. Where I stand, the divine plan comes to pass. The goddess is undefeated, therefore I am undefeated. The warrior within me has already won. I am the channel through which God's plan comes to pass. With the goddess, all things are possible. I am in perfect harmony with all spiritual law. The Christ in me is now risen, and I fulfill my destiny. All right, taking a moment to just let that settle. And now, before we wrap up, I want to call out a couple of things that are helpful to remember and just keep in mind as you state your truth confidently and as you affirm new ideas and beliefs for yourself. I love using under grace and in perfect ways at the end of a lot of affirmations. That is, in a way, saying, may the will of Spirit be done. May the will of God be done under grace and in perfect ways, right? We're trusting that God's got it. We're trusting that the divine intelligence of this universe has got it, right? We're expressing our desire, our ask, our command, whatever it is, but then we're saying under grace and in perfect ways, in whatever way is perfect. And I also like that because it implies that for all parties involved in, whatever life changes or manifestations or creations are occurring for us, again, that will happen in perfect ways for all involved, for anyone connected to whatever situation, we have going on in our life. I also love how Florence talks about leads and asking Spirit for a lead, right? So if we are in a co-creative process, if we are, wanting something to shift and change, within us, it's so helpful to ask, to say, reveal the way and show me a definite lead. Show me a lead so I know I'm on the right track, or show me if there's something to do. Right? So asking for a lead, which is like a sign, essentially, right? That if you are, again, manifesting or co-creating, you want a reflection, right? You want a reflection back from the universe about that, about how it's supposed to come to pass, about what you need to do in the process. So ask for a lead, ask if there's anything for you to do. So if you continue to work with these divine design, divine plan affirmations, and you're working on, let's say maybe figuring out, what the divine plan, divine design of your life is, you're asking, waiting for that to be revealed, for instance, after today. Just reinforce these by asking for a definite lead to guide you into that divine design. And so I love asking for leads, asking if there's anything you need to take action on, like what do I need to do? What is there for me to do? What am I being asked to do in this process? Right, so we start to develop this reciprocal exchange with Spirit. We start to develop this way of talking to the universe and allowing the universe to show us and guide us and give us these little clues, these signs, these ways of showing us that we're on the right path or we're not. So that'll become abundantly clear if you're not. And so just asking for that, right? Just from a place of like no fear, from a place of openness, from a place of gratitude for all of the ways the universe speaks to us, works with us, creates with us, redirects us, challenges us, right? Offering that from a place of gratitude and really connecting with your heart, with the goddess, with Spirit, and just offering gratitude, for the journey and for this opportunity to engage in this sort of dialogue. It's so cool. It's so cool. humans forgot about this. It's so wild. So have fun with it. Have fun talking to the universe, and working on, whatever set of affirmations feels like really perfect for you. Gather from all of these different affirmation videos or the affirmations you're finding on the website. Gather the ones that ring really true for you, or that are, maybe focused on a particular um, area of your life that you're really working on right now. Gather those and just start to use them regularly in your practice so that you're reinforcing these ideas. You're building new neural networks to reinforce these ideas, to reinforce this way of thinking, this way of being, this way of operating with the universe, and make them yours. May the divine plan come to pass. All right, we'll now wrap up with closing mantras and call it a day. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Heaven on earth is embodied now. Bye for now.